Hey guys, my name is Lizbeth and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video ever and I wanted to introduce myself a little bit, tell you about me and what I do. So as you can see, my name is Lizbeth. I am 20 years old and I am from North Carolina. I am a full-time college student and I own a small business called Shop Arsate LLC, but it goes by Shop Arsate. You can find it on IG, on Twitter, TikTok, and Pinterest, and even on Facebook. So for my YouTube channel, for my YouTube videos, I would like to make videos about entrepreneurship, how I started my business, where I shop, because my business is an online clothing boutique. I want to help you guys out with your businesses if you ever think about starting them. So yeah, for my videos, I will be making videos like how I registered my business with the state, how I do my taxes, where I buy my shipping supplies from, and all that good stuff. But for my first video, I just want to introduce myself and talk about myself and how I started my business. Well, more like why I started my business. So sit back and enjoy my video. I'm not really good at making videos. This is my first video ever, so it's not going to be the best. But I hope that as I go on making videos, I will get better. My transitions will get better. My editing will get better. But for my first video, obviously, I am going to talk about myself. And I repeat myself a lot, as I can see. I did not script this out. I'm just going with the flow right now. Okay, so a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Lizbeth. I am 20 years old and I am from North Carolina. I go to Durham Community College and my major is in Spanish interpreter and my minor is in entrepreneurship. I started my business back in June. Well, I registered my business with the state on July 26, 2020. It is April 27th. I'm about to be June, so it's about to be a whole year since I registered my business. However, I didn't officially launch my website until October 17th. So between the day that I registered my business and the day that I launched my website, which was June to October, all those months in between, I was working on vendors, finding vendors, buying clothes, fixing my website, getting my website down, buying my domain, which was a lot of work. I had expected to launch like in August, but because it was just so hard and so much time, I did push back my launch date until October. So it's about to be a year since I registered, and then in October is going to be 1 year since I have officially launched my business. So far it's been 6 months of running my business and it's been very hard, especially with being a college student and having to do reports and doing all that homework. It can be very frustrating. But a little bit on why I started my business was when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a fashion designer, and my parents bought me my first sewing machine when I was in 5th grade. It was like a little toy sewing machine, but it worked just like it was a real one. My parents have always been supportive of my dreams of what I wanted to do in life. So since 5th grade up until high school, always wanted to be a fashion designer. I would design clothes, DIYs. I'm a huge arts and crafts and DIY person. So I would make clothes. Obviously, it wasn't the best. And in middle school, they bought me a real sewing machine. I still have it too. But around high school, like senior year, I had fell into like a really depressed state where I just was so sad all the time. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. Obviously as a senior and you're graduating and there's all this pressure about college and everything, it was really hard for me. And I went into community college not knowing what I wanted to do. I had chose Spanish interpreter to please my parents because I just gave up on being a fashion designer. It was really hard on me. So I went in for Spanish interpreter, but then I was like, you know what, a little part of me still wanted to have a business. So I decided to minor in entrepreneurship. Fast forward, freshman year of college, I was like giving up. I was like, wow, I was thinking, wow, I really am about to be a Spanish interpreter. I'm not going to live the life I've always wanted. I'm not going to be a fashion designer. I'm not going to own my own business. I'm not going to live that lavish life I've always wanted to live. But then I got on TikTok and I saw all these small businesses, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pursue my dreams and I'm gonna go for it. So I started my business. I registered my business with the state and I started working on it. So far, the 6 months have been very slow. Not as successful as other businesses. When they first launched, they are very successful. My 6 months have been very slow, but I am still grateful for all the orders and everything that I receive, all the love and support I receive. What else? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's just a little bit about myself, why I started my business, because it has always been like a goal for me to own my own business. And yeah, I may not design my own clothes that was my original dream and goal, was to design my own clothing, but you know, I still see it as an accomplishment that I started from somewhere. I started my business. I do hope that in the future I can design and, you know, make the clothing for you guys and everything, but for now I am just doing from vendors. So yeah, that's just a little a little backstory on why I started my business, which is pretty much the summary is that it has always been my dream to own a business and fashion. And even though that it changed from originally creating the clothes and making the clothes to me buying wholesale, I'm still happy to be able to live the dream that my younger self always wanted for me. And I am hoping to expand my business and keep growing, and hopefully one day I can have a boutique warehouse or a physical store with clothes that I design myself and make. It's obviously going to take some time, but I have faith in my brand and in myself. And I hope that you guys like this video. It's going to be a short introduction about me, and comment down what kind of videos you like to see, where I buy, who I buy from, and anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, just like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a good night.